Hello ladies and gentlemen, in this video I'm playing Blade of Agony, a Wolfenstein-like game. I'm here with Miss Quids.
Hello!
So this is a modern version of Wolfenstein using the Doom engine, or GZDoom, which it has been packed with in this snap in Ubuntu.
So there's meant to be 3 episodes of the game, but at the moment only 2 have been released.
You'll immediately see the quality looks somewhat subpar. Well, this is not actually a true 3D game. We've been trying to work out the technicalities of how the original Doom engine worked, but it's well, consider it more like a 3D game with 2D sprites. So
it's 2.5D.
Yeah, 2.5D. The models can look a bit weird depending on the angle you look at them. So this is the headquarters of the game, where you can receive missions and talk to some of the soldiers. You can get items. It's a bit of an add-on from the original, which only had you in one location, escaping from a jail.
So the way that the floors work is that you can't actually layer the floors. So the way the developers have managed to make multiple floors work is by pushing them to different areas of the map.
So this time we're playing the game, and I have to say the introduction was fairly simple. I like the shovel. Do you like how I can just sneak up on the enemies and hit them with a shovel? I find it comical. Must admit, it wasn't like it the first time I was playing it. And even managed to hit a poor doggo with a shovel.
Are there any cats in the game?
No, I don't think there was any cats. I've not seen any.
Probably a good thing. I don't think I'd like it if you were killing cats.
No, you don't mind me killing guard dogs.
They're not very happy looking doggos.
No. So the game is certainly respectful of its source material. Remember the mutant soldiers in the original game? Well, they make an appearance. They're these...
It looks like Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah, Frankenstein's monster. They move really weirdly, but they did exactly that in the original. There is some variety with the levels. In this one we're assisting with Operation Overlord. So we're doing a bit of trench warfare. Later on in the level you're blowing up the heavy artillery guns to assist with the Allies landing. There's even a stealth part. This is the first part of episode 2 where you're actually in a jail. Kind of more of a throwback to the original game. Yeah, actually stealth part though, so that was never in the original. And you do have to go a little while before you get a weapon. You like how they're facing all the wrong way, didn't you?
Yeah, and I seem to remember, although I'm not sure that you've captured it, but there were some parts when you were playing before where you seemed to kill one person and then another person stood several feet away, didn't seem to notice.
No, didn't get that one. There's also an underground bit. This is a throwback to Castle Wolfenstein. Although I will point out I never actually played any more Wolfenstein games other than... I was going to say the first 2, but technically the second and third, so Wolfenstein 3D and Castle Wolfenstein. There's actually quite a few bosses in this game. The original only had 1 per floor. I think these can be called a boss, though not. It doesn't actually show it as that this time. That came off alright, all things considering. So this was actually a Paris level. I have to say this was my favourite one, or favourite of what I've played, which is over half of the current story. This level is massive, and even a good playthrough of it is over half an hour. I like all the little models, the artwork from the original game.
Why is he topless?
I don't know why he was.
Was he ever portrayed topless in the game?
I don't think there was ever a gameplay of him being topless. Although...
I don't understand why that is on the original artwork for the cover. I want to play this game, I can be this topless man.
So for a bit of equality here, we have a female Uber soldier. She's lethal. Probably all annoyed that there's not many female toilets in the game. There really isn't many. I don't think I actually captured any here. But no, the toilets tend to have 1 or 2 enemies in them and a bit of health. Yeah, the game glitched for me a little bit there and I got hit. Disappointing. Let's see more of the artwork there. It's so good, this. All the artwork they've put into the game. There's a lot of effort really gone into it. I'm impressed for it just being a mod. This is coming up to the end of the Paris level. You're meant to defend a bridge from an onslaught of enemy soldiers. fact, the screen slowdown gets really bad there. I remember on the other levels I was trying to play, and I was just moaned so much about it being unplayable, didn't I?
Yeah. Yeah, and then you ended up giving up and then starting from the beginning because it's just... It was... in fact, you probably haven't captured it. Well, I know you haven't captured it, but it was basically what seemed to be causing it was this alarm noise going off in the background, because as soon as you went past that, it played like normal.
I didn't get it. Just
something in the sound file it just didn't like it.
I did wonder if it was because of the MIDI music they were using, but I'm not actually sure they were. I don't know, 'cause it does talk about orchestral-like sound. There's a massive pile of sprites there. No wonder I was suffering slowdowns.
And they're all dead in the same position.
They were, yeah. They were in the original game as well.
It looks funny.
Yeah, and all the 2.5D games I played. Yeah. They draw the characters in different orientations, but not the dead bodies. This is another part of the Paris level, casino. Oh, and the soldiers do sometimes sit up when you don't quite get them. You can go get them with a shovel or something. But yeah, it's just enough to really annoy you because they still shoot you a couple of times. So that singer, you were looking at this, weren't you?
Yes, yeah, so like you were saying what is going on with that singer, and I said, well, I have heard before, and you can find videos of this. Things like one person who's dressed up as a man and a woman who sings a duet with themselves, depending on which way they're facing. So I think that's what it's trying to be.
Yeah, it's quite funny though. I thought it was two people, but yeah, you look at it closely, it clearly is one. It seems more fun. A lot of bosses. This is the Paris level. They seem to be slightly thwarted by a glass window.
Yeah, I'm invisible.
We've got to keep the cashiers safe behind a glass window with no door. I did get them in the end.
Why?
They make a lot of bloody mess, they do. But there is quite a bit in this game, I suppose. A bit more than the original. Then again, it was early days for the original game. I suppose there were bloody games on the games console in that era. Mortal Kombat. Led to game censorship. The original game was a 13 age rating. Well, it suggested it was. This one probably be an 18 like most first-person shooters. I might have gone slightly over the top here. An anti-tank gun to...
that was it. That's actually a good example of where you can see the 2D person there.
Yes, yeah.
You can see they look very flat.
Yeah.
Because you're only meant to view them from like 2 angles or something.
Showing a bit more variety of the game. Minecart. Seems quite fun. They kept managing to shoot into the minecart, which doesn't really make sense. It's a very thin cart, I guess. What was it? Indiana Jones, wasn't it?
Was it just the Temple of Doom? No.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's the only one I know off the top of my head.
Last Crusade.
Ah, yes, and the Thing. Indiana Jones and the Thing.
Indiana Jones and the Thing. Yeah, no, I don't think that was one of them.
Oh.
Well, actually, that was the last one, wasn't it? Because that's the unmentionable one. The crystal thing.
Oh yeah, the crystal thing. That's what I was thinking.
This is the final bit of the first episode, and a question mark for a boss. Whatever spirit that is, and if it gets hold of you, it suffocates you. It's quite painful. Yeah, Miss Quids is still laughing about the earlier thing.
I laugh at the most inane things sometimes, and I'm just finding Indiana Jones sort of thing quite comical.
Yeah. You don't even stand a chance at the last bit. You just get captured and thrown into jail.
Fun.
So there's that tiny bit of story around it.
He's not topless.
No, he isn't. No, they kept him decent in jail and left his handcuffs slightly loose. I really enjoy playing this game. It's a good throwback to the old days, and the game itself is about 400 meg, so it clearly is somewhat larger than the original, which was 1, 2 floppy disks. Can't remember now, but very small. It's respectful of the source material, good laugh to play. Maybe I need to turn down some of the effects so it renders slightly better, but who'd have thought it from what I keep calling a 2.5D game. I think it's more demanding on the graphics than I suspect. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.
Bye!